Hey guys, DM Philosopher here, Matt's the name. Just going to go over my latest pack that I've put together here. We've got The Descent. So this is another one of my underground series of maps. So let's jump in and have a look at it. Alright, so what we've got here is a large chamber. The entranceway is just up here at the top of the map, and then it's got a ledge that rings around the whole chamber, and then you've got a sloping downward path that spirals down through the chamber until finally, after descending quite some distance, you reach the bottom of the chamber. There's quite a bit of debris and rock and something like that at the bottom of the chamber, and then there's an exit point here right at the bottom of the chamber. So quite a challenging environment, especially for lower level PCs that don't have the ability to fly. If there's opponents in here, the opponents get a lot of vantage points to shoot or to cast spells down upon PCs descending or even ascending, and likewise flying creatures have a lot of freedom of movement in this chamber, all whilst keeping sort of line of sight at people, especially when looking down. So this is the dark gridded map. We've got the same map without the grid, so the dark gridless map, and then we've got a light gridded map and then a light gridless map. So definitely you can see that the detail is maintained as you zoom in. If I just go back to the gridded one, just so you can get a sense of scale, you can see that even when you zoom into the bottom of the chamber, and the rocky debris and the rocks and something like that still maintain their details. So as the characters wind their way down the various paths, you can see that the details there, you can hold your combat quite happily at any scale and resolution. So that's the map. It's about 84 by 46 large, the entire chamber, so definitely sizable and definitely a large battle space. So anyway, let's jump in and have a look at the point of view shots. So my packs always come with these point of view shots. That's kind of what makes me different to the other map makers out there. So you can use these as handouts for your characters, just so that they can have a good look at the space and get a sense of scale. So you can see from this point of view here, you really get a sense of how deep this chamber is and the heights that you're looking at. That could be a good couple of 100 feet or something. So here's where the path sort of diverges and heads down through the spiral, and then we work our way down the spiral at various points, and then we reach the bottom, looking at some of the rocks that are littered along the bottom, and then the exits sort of path there. And a last look up at the chamber. So maybe if your characters have just entered the chamber, then you could show them this and sort of go, this is where you got to get to, and you can see lots of evil creatures flying or standing on the ledges shooting at you. Horrible situation, this one anyway. So we've got exactly the same point of view shots that I've just shown you, but just with a lighter filter, or the absence of a dark filter. So you can see more detail, the shadows aren't as obscuring, and you can definitely see more of the chamber. Yeah, so the pack comes with a number of these light and dark versions, so maybe you could use the different versions for characters with and without dark vision. So that is the Descent Battle Mat pack. So I hope you enjoy that. I hope it enriches your underground experiences by providing a variety in different combat spaces or encounter spaces, and I hope that this really intimidates your PCs. So thanks for listening. You can find this on RPG Now, and I'll post a link to it underneath my YouTube clip. So yeah, happy gaming, people.